What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the Raggy Pack. Today we're going to be watching the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying, I actually have not seen any of Jujutsu Kaisen, minus a recap video. I read the manga for what was the first season. So, crucify me, I know. But I know you boys have fucking been raving about Jujutsu Kaisen. It's popular as hell. People keep talking about the animation, the fight scenes are fucking insane. I've seen bits and pieces, but I have never gotten around to reading watching the anime. I
didn't see the first season.
I read maybe 80 chapters of the manga on a plane ride.
Okay.
While I was on vacation. To be fair, it was in such a short time frame. I fucking don't remember shit. So I'm gonna be fresh in my. I'm gonna be. I might rewatch the first season before season 2 comes out. But we got a week left. At the time of recording this, it's a week until season 2 comes out. So I might check out the first season. But yeah, something else. When I read the manga, there are some chapters called 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4.
Oh.
I think this is the movie. So I started out by reading the movie. I was before reading the main manga. So I genuinely don't remember much about what happens in the movie. But yeah, that's been my journey with Jujutsu Kaisen. I know you guys fucking love it, especially the ED or some shit is fucking fire.
Oh, dude, the opening and the ending for season 1 are fire.
The ending is probably my most replayed anime song of all time.
Okay. Look forward to checking that. I think you might have linked the video before. It's where they're dancing or some shit, yeah?
It is, yeah. It's so good. Done with
That's the vibe.
I don't even know how they did it. It looks so good.
It's colored in. I don't know.
Okay. Like crayons or some shit?
Yeah, that's what it looks like, the art style.
I think they had people mocap it though. It looks so clean.
So smooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how they did it.
But yeah. What are you guys' expectations for this movie? We know, because I think all y'all know is this is kind of like a prequel.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was going to be a prequel until you guys told me 15 or 30 minutes ago. Yeah, however long ago it was. I thought this movie was going to be a follow-up of season 1 bridging to season 2. So knowing it's a prequel, that's pretty exciting. You said it focuses on Gojo, right? And it's set a year before?
Yes, I believe it. Yeah, it's focusing on Gojo a year before season 1.
Well, Gojo's the most badass character in the show, so this should be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Good to learn more about him. I wonder if he's still going to have the blindfold on at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. He could earn it. Nah, he wouldn't just... He wouldn't not have it a year ago.
How much can change in a year, you know?
They'll probably flash back to his childhood in the movie, if I'm being honest. I don't know. I have zero expectations. I don't know anything about this at all.
Okay.
Obviously, me and Corey have seen season 1, and that follows, what's his name, Yuji?
Mm-hmm.
So that's completely... There's probably going to be some sort of connections, but I'm imagining this is going to be its own thing, centered around Gojo. Probably some characters that we saw in Jujutsu Institute, whatever it's got, the school.
Tokyo
Probably some there. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's all I got. I have zero expectations. It's a prequel.
I do remember some things from assuming this is the same. I'm assuming it follows those prequel chapters that were listed, that I read by it, because I didn't know. I remember some parts, but again, a lot of it is kind of forgotten, dude, because that was a year or so ago. But yeah, I'm ready to get into it.
I'm ready.
Yeah, same.
All right. Well, before we start, If you like our content, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. Consider checking out our other videos. And if you want more, check out our Patreon where we got full-length reactions to this movie and anything else we've done on the channel, and early access of some series going on right now. We have both 2-week and 4-week format. Pick whatever option you feel is best for you. Just make sure you click the correct one. And yeah, check out our socials. And finally, our Discord. Come in there and talk to us a bit more. It'll be a good time. All that being said, let's get into it.
Let's go.
What in the world was that?
Please, someone in the comments explain. Give us context for the after credits scene. Because I don't remember anything related to that in season 1.
Yeah, because that guy wasn't in season 1, right?
I don't think so.
Not that I remember.
Because I've seen like GIFs of him. I guess it was just from this movie. I don't know. Like, I guess that just shows us that. 2? I guess because my initial thoughts was he like an insider, or?
Oh, well, why would he fight so hard? Well, Gojo probably could have. Actually, maybe because Gojo probably could have killed him, and didn't.
Yeah. I mean, my second thought is that scene just to show us that Yuta's still cooking in the background, like he's still involved in shit.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's my main thing is like he's not in the show at all. So like where is he? Those two might be like spies. Because Gojo 100% now, knowing, like thinking about it, Gojo has absolutely melted much more powerful people than him.
Yeah.
So he definitely could have killed him and didn't.
Mm-hmm. But pretty good movie.
Pretty good.
That was great.
Good.
So I kind of want to take this back to something I was saying earlier. If you were to read them, if you were to start from this, then transition to the main stuff. I mean, if it kind of flows, like yeah, you can.
It does actually,
because like it sets us up with the guy. Yeah. He's got some crazy shit going on with him. He goes to a new school, meets new classmates. He goes on missions with each of them one by one. You learn about everybody. Granted, things fucking spice up at the end. He does some crazy ass shit.
You 100% could start here. Actually, it might even be better.
And then like, so then when I'm starting to read the main manga, I'm like, where the fuck is Yuta? And I don't even know where the fuck. Like, yeah. I'm pretty much with you at the end of season 1. I don't know much about what happens after that. I don't think I've read any arcs. Like, maybe a little bit of the next arc. Like, where's Yuta at?
I don't know. He's got to be a spy.
But, like, it's...
And he can't use he can't use Rika's power anymore.
So it's all him now.
He can make more by...
Yeah, he can make more.
Cursing something else. I don't know if he'd want to.
That's kind of twisted.
It is twisted, but like this show's twisted.
True, but he seems like a nice guy now.
Yeah, but he's just a monkey now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what his power scaling is. I really don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we know he's like a descendant of someone crazy.
With the sword.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he's insane. I just expected it was basically Rika carrying.
Yeah, without Rika, Geto would have fucking trashed him.
Right. So I'm wondering, like, what can he do? Like, how's he so powerful now?
I want to assume like that was like present time now. Like, so it's been a year. So that like that ending scene is like after Yuji has been like introduced. And
interesting. This movie got released after season 1, right? Or in the manga, it got right after. Okay.
So in the like, this is I don't know when in the manga this was released. Like what? But I was just reading on the Shonen Jump app, and it was like the way like you had chapter 1, same thing as episode 1, and then you have like a set of like 4 or 5 chapters like that are like just titled chapter 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. And that's what I just started. I was like, okay, I'll just start with this. I need something to read on this plane ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense. And I don't mind it starting from here. Like if I could, I mean, you don't get introduced to what is his name? Sukuna's fingers, something like that.
Yeah, that's Sukuna? Like the main plot. So like it's it's like to me reading it's like they almost like set up two characters.
Oh yeah, they totally did.
Like so, like I'm just like I don't know when, but like I feel like that's gonna happen. They're just gonna Yuta's gonna come back and like do some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah, I would actually for like new people starting the show, I would probably start them at this movie.
I feel like you could watch this movie in theaters. Like
you totally could.
Yeah, like if you didn't know what Jujutsu Kaisen was, you could just go in this movie raw dog it.
Yeah.
But let me see.
That's actually really cool because you'd be just as hyped seeing the other school's characters in the season 1.
I don't think it matters if you watch season 1 first or the movie first. No matter what, when you get to the post-credit scene, you're not going to know what the hell's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. So Jujutsu Kaisen, the main manga, was published 2018. It started being published 2018. Zero was published a year before then. So 2017. So this was published first. Zero was published first. Okay. I don't know why it was done like that. That's interesting.
I would probably definitely watch this first then with that knowledge. When I first watched Jujutsu Kaisen, obviously like the movie wasn't released yet. So I watched
so they just released it after. Interesting.
Yeah, so because like usually when like a series debut, like unless like the author, because I actually I'm not familiar with this author very much, but like unless like they had like another thing they published that was like a hit, it would like be weird to like kind of do this sort of format, like release like a kind of standalone piece and like then like do the main series, because like the standalone piece, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, like it was 4 chapters. They were like kind of long chapters. I think the anime did, or like this movie did add quite a bit. I don't know what scenes they did add, but very, very interesting. It's cool. I feel like either way, if you watch the anime first, you get to see some familiar faces. Like a younger, so you get to see a younger Maki, technically Panda, and what's Toge. So I think that's cool. Yeah. And then also you see some familiar faces you would not have been properly introduced until season 2, like the man with the tie. I said season 2, but I mean season 1.
Fuck it, dude. We absolutely watched this movie first.
You think
that
so?
Dude's absolutely, because the man with the tie is going to come in with his suit. Do you remember? I think he comes in with a suit next time you see him in season 1.
I feel like this movie gives you a little teaser of those characters. He's
pretty prominent.
If there's one scene I don't think there was like in the original 4 chapters, I don't think the scene with like the other students from the other school were in there. But I think that's a cool addition because you get to see like what they existed at this point. You get to see what they're doing back a year. Or if you're watching this first and then going into the main movie or like the main series, they're introducing these characters, but to you, like you caught a glimpse of what they can do. So it's a very kind of interesting thing you can do.
Yeah. I like what they set up.
Yeah. So it's a very it's a cool movie. Like it tells a story of Yuta who is fucking crazy. I mean, even without Rika, I imagine he's doing crazy shit. He's like out in Kenya doing some spec ops shit.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Because he's a cool character. That's very interesting.
I mean, if you're related to Gojo in some way, you're gonna be OP.
Yeah, Gojo, I think, still is top dog. Like that man,
undoubtedly, yeah,
gotta be. Yeah, you're gonna have. I'm curious to see how they nerf this man, because they did it in this one too, or they did it in season 1 too, where the whole point is just to get Gojo away from the target, and then you go in and sweep him up. Because he's just so much to deal with. Like they did that in the season 1 too, and then he comes back and does this little purple thing and melts everyone. Just one move.
Yeah.
How do you nerf him?
Any situation, Gojo's just in the back pocket, saving the day. So I don't know.
And it's easy for him. It's literally like having One Punch Man in a shonen where Like it's like having One Punch Man on the good guy's side, but I like having little sub characters be the main protagonist.
Yeah.
It's really weird. I like it though, but it's a very weird concept.
It's like, because like Gojo as a character, like his power is crazy at power scaling aside. Like you always have like that sensei character, like in like a lot of other shonen, like, or the teacher. Like you got Kakashi and Naruto and shit. Granted, the difference in power like is kind of different, but like
way different.
Gojo like me like it gives you like that kind of Kakashi vibes, you know, but just on a much larger scale.
The problem is that like Naruto at one point is on equal playing ground with Kakashi at some point in the anime, and then surpasses him, which is like normal.
give Yuji a few more fingers.
I think Sukuna, it'd have to have all the fingers and come out, and even then, Gojo controls space and time. So like, to be able to fight against that, you're either also going to need to control space and time, or you're going to have some ridiculous ability, or like exploit a weakness that Gojo has. Like, like I was saying, maybe if you could blind him, take away his vision, or I guess everyone has their kryptonite. If like his students are in trouble, if like you have them in immediate danger where you can kill them, then he's kind of, you're at a standstill at that point. I don't know how you're gonna actually beat him, but only way
gotta get nerfed somehow. Because it's you can't be. There's no character in the show that could beat. And even then, like with Sukuna, I think that's his name, right? Sukuna, the ultimate demon lord.
Yeah, Sukuna.
In like episode 1 or 2 of season 1, what's his name? Yuji asks him straight up, "Can you take him?" And Gojo says, "Yeah, he'd probably make me work for it, but absolutely I could beat his ass." Like, I don't understand. Like, that's the biggest, baddest man. That's the biggest villain they got right now. So I'm curious. And you might be right. Just like blind him. You have to find a way to blind him.
So do you think at some point in the series they just give rid of Gojo?
Yeah, 100%, or nerf him like Corey was saying.
Yeah, like maybe he has to go off on some important mission somewhere else. And
he's in fucking Kenya, apparently.
Well, yeah,
he can teleport, dude. He can teleport. Like, I don't understand.
All right, Gojo is insane, but
maybe.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say like he's insane. But I guess like his one flaw is that he's let Geto live twice now, and maybe that becomes his undoing.
He did say he was his best friend. Man,
that is a bit of a bummer.
Yeah,
because you're killing a lot of people.
There are very like there's mixed priorities there, because like by allowing Geto to live, you're indirectly causing harm to your own organization.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe
it's very weird.
Maybe he just really fucking loves this guy. I don't know. Hey, he's a best friend, but like, how much do you care about him to like let his actions go unpunished multiple times?
Yeah, it's got kind of like a Naruto Sasuke vibe, and it's very weird.
I can definitely see it. I mean, like, some of the stuff Geto was saying, like,
ooh, this will be spicy in the comment section.
Like, okay, there was a bit where he was saying where the strong are basically suppressed by the weak because they have greater numbers. There's specific context in which I can acknowledge that, because like in terms of what they showed in the show is like they had the two girls who could had crazy powers, but because they're like out in the fucking boonies, they didn't have, like, they were just treated like trash, like, as because like people were fearful of them. So like it's like you have someone who's gifted, but instead like they aren't given the opportunity to like explore that. and they're just snuffed out by society who doesn't understand them. That's a respective thing I can kind of understand.
Yeah,
the killing and shit, the calling everyone monkeys.
When he nuked the high school, or,
that's a bit too much.
Alien demon squash the elementary school.
You lost me there a bit, but like I can because I think like if you have like someone who's talented who has like that promise, that should be cultivated. But like to have it kind of, otherwise it's like a loss of like something great, you know? So like I don't like, granted we don't see what happened to those two girls.
Yeah.
But all we knew is that they had powers. They could, if they lived in the city, like the main city, if they lived in like a big city where someone from the organization could have took notice of them, they could have been jujutsu sorcerers for our guys, our team.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand. I can understand why they like Geto so much. Everyone else, like there were a few other people. The man with like hearts on his nipples.
Nice.
I don't think they should. They didn't get to see him.
He'll be back. You don't paint hearts on someone's nipples and not reuse that character.
He'll be back in season 2.
I recognize those nipples.
You better. We'll see him coming from a mile away. We got him locked.
So I mean, like I think. Yeah, I think Geto is interesting. There are parts where he sounds like a mega church preacher.
That was
like
so funny when you said that. It's like spot on.
Like, yeah.
Donations. Where are my donations?
But it's very twisted. The majority of his perspective is extremely twisted.
Yeah. Well, his goal isn't. I mean, yeah, his goal is twisted. I was gonna say his goal's not twisted, but it definitely is. His actions are even more twisted.
When we saw him in season 1, we didn't see him with those people. Like, I don't think he was with the.
No, he had Volcano Man. Yeah, he had like a whole new crew.
Volcano Man and the dude with the stitches on his face.
Yeah. Well, what's their group called? Like what?
I definitely forgot.
Yeah, I don't remember either. That's a comment down below. Thing.
He's like, they're called. I want to call them yokai, but they're called something. They're cursed spirits, curses. Yeah. Okay, he's
that's what they're called.
I guess, yeah. But so he's working with them. I don't know why, but so I don't know. It might be a good time to rewatch season 1.
Season 1, I'm with you. This is actually a great lead up into it.
Yeah.
I'm down.
So, yeah. Besides that, movie was pretty good. Like, there's like a good like half of it was like lighthearted shit.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
I did too. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely felt like a movie from the animation, the quality, the music was gas, really picked up during the fights.
Yeah.
It had
the music, like, oh my God.
Had its sad moments with Rika. It had its sweet moments too. And yeah, I feel like they showed like they kind of teased characters. I was thinking there's going to be like a little more of showcasing everyone's abilities, but what was the runtime of this movie? Was it like an hour and a half? 45?
Yeah.
So I guess like they squeezed a lot in to that amount of time, and they really set up Yuta, kind of like they did in season 1 with Yuji introducing us to him. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again in the future. I hope we get to see him in season 2.
Definitely. I know Kojo's talking about like Kojo was talking about Gojo's past. That's a funny ass sentence. But I think in some of the preview art for like season 2, it shows Geto and Gojo together. So I think that definitely gets explored. It seems to be pretty fucking important.
This seems like it's going to be a very long anime, like runtime wise, because I feel like we have not even, after watching this, we have not scratched the surface of this world.
It's still ongoing too. I don't know how far along it is.
It's got to be so long, because now you have history between the main villain, well, one of the main villains, and the most powerful man on Earth.
God.
He's literally Superman. Literally Superman.
That man got hit by like a fucking air conditioner. He just like nothing happened.
It didn't even hit him.
Yeah.
It couldn't hit him. Like, what do you do? It's stupid. He's so powerful. I love it. But I'm really curious to see how tragic they get, because I feel like when Gojo dies, that's when the show starts.
It's like the torch is being passed.
Well, no, the torch is blown out. The torch is blown out. That man is the torch.
We need a new torch.
Yeah, exactly.
And then what? Yuji fills in that role, or who?
No, you got two choices now.
I mean, you got two choices.
Yuji.
You also got Megumi, who's kind of gassed up as well, especially by Sukuna.
Who is Megumi again?
He's the guy who can use like the shadows, like the fucking.
Oh yeah,
wolves and shit.
True, very true. Yeah,
I think Sukuna said like you could probably take me if you like were stronger, like if you like tapped into your full potential type shit.
That's insane. True. We have and the girl, I can't remember her name.
Her last name's Nobara.
Nobara. Yeah, Nobara. Yeah,
all those. You got a figure of her, brother.
I know. Her name I've always had trouble with her name. Yeah. She's really cool though. She could honestly turn into
Jujutsu. I don't know, they have good character. I love their. I'm a big fan of the character design in this series.
Same here.
Yeah, they do have cool characters. The trenchcoat samurai was my favorite character of
that man.
The show.
Appears on the screen for like 5 seconds.
He is the coolest design character in this show. I will not have any comments saying I'm wrong on that.
Write a letter.
Dude.
Can you like use the trenchcoat samurai some more in your series, please?
Please.
Yeah, there needs to be right up there with Gojo in terms of coolness
and power, probably.
Oh my god!
Yeah, dude, trenchcoat. You know he's powerful.
I wish I had a
Doctor
katana
Who.
Because I have the same trench coat he was wearing. I don't have
god.
the katana. I could
you got Gojo's blue eyes too, and you almost have his name.
Oh my god! Okay, hear me. Just cosplay him. People ask you, who are you supposed to be? I'm the trenchcoat samurai from the Jujutsu
frame
Kaisen.
that he's in the show. Saying, dude, fucking great.
Yeah, new favorite character right there.
All right, it's been 2 hours and 11 minutes.
It has been a bit. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about the movie? Any thoughts you didn't get to say?
I think I got everything out. I think I'm glad we watched this because we're about to hop into season 2. So I feel like this was kind of necessary and it was great.
Yeah, it's got me gassed up.
Yeah. I can't wait to see Trenchcoat Man again. He's definitely
never
gonna be in there.
appears.
He's definitely gonna be in season 2.
Yeah,
definitely.
You can keep praying. But yeah, if you enjoyed this reaction, please consider checking out our other videos and subscribe and stay tuned for season 2 because that shit drops out in a week. We'll be doing that. Check out our other videos in the meantime. Check out our Patreon as well if you want full-length reactions to this movie and other series we've done, and also early access of some series going on the channel right now. We have both 2-week and 4-week format. Pick the option that's best for you. Consider checking out our socials as well. We got Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. We post stuff on those weekly. We try to at least. And then we got our Discord as well if you want to come in there and talk to us. All that being said, we'll see you in the next one for season 2.
See you soon.
See ya.